Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Deb, and this is an update video to be happy when the narcissist doesn't show up. Hi, Ollie. I sent in another donation to your awesome channel. I started this email on Saturday morning, but had to wait until my husband got home late Saturday night for any info. From Saturday, wow, that was fast. I saw the video this morning. Actually watched it 3 times now. Cried the first time and was angry and pissed the other 2. You're totally correct in everything that you said. I really wish I could show my husband your video. As I said, he's slowly seeing the light, I think, especially since they moved north. They call or text him once every 2 weeks or so. Me about once a month with the remember we love you both BS. I always have to deal with this situation with him very gently. If I approach in anger in any way, he locks up and won't answer, because in the past I've been very guilty of blowing up at him for his family's behavior, and he can't handle it. At times I literally want to beat the shit out of him for even being related to them. How can he not be or show how pissed he is like me? I have to keep reminding myself it's not his fault. He's the victim, but it's hard. So I didn't respond to her at all. She texted my husband yesterday afternoon asking if he got her voicemail because he didn't call her back that night. She always calls after 9:30, knowing that we have little kids too. He said he tried to call her in between projects, but she didn't answer. He left a message saying that he got a message and will call when he has a chance. I don't know if that's the truth or he just doesn't know how to tell me or handle something she said. He also doesn't want to tell them we're pregnant again. And when I asked if he's going to say how mad he is about this whole birthday thing, he said he wants to, but he doesn't know what to say, but he will think about it. If he doesn't speak to her in the next few days, I think I'm just going to have to call and be the bitch, even though I can't stand it. I hate having to be the bad one. It eats my soul. And I think that's exactly what your husband's doing. Again, he won't put on his big boy pants, so you will step in and be the bad guy. It's abuse by proxy, really. He's like feeding you to his family to be the bad guy, to absorb all the shit. He's got to put his big boy pants on. This is the son husband forcing you to be the bitch by proxy. I did tell my husband that I hope she doesn't use this phone call as an excuse or a pity party. I can just imagine her saying, we had a family emergency, that's why we didn't call or text you. Your poor father or whoever, blah, blah, blah. But I pointed out to him, if there was an emergency or if there was an issue, then she should have called us to let us know what was going on. Again, like he puts all this worry into them. They could give a fuck. They didn't show up to their own grandchild's birthday party. They blew you off. Take a hint. Not only will he not take the hint, because he understands the hint, but he wants you to be the bad guy in all of it. He needs to man up. He needs to man up. And by man up, I mean you need to be like, no, we're not having any more contact with these people, period. And you can tell them why. And you better not lie to them. You better not make it like it's because I'm crazy. You better tell them why. You better tell them the truth. Big boy pants. Big boy pants. But then again, LOL, I have to remember they didn't contact us for 2 whole days when her oldest son demolished 2 of his fingers cutting a custom shelf for her new apartment in his basement. Yes, she has 2 son husbands that try to bend the world for her, and he has a nasty hate-love relationship with her own daughter. Her husband is a wimp and hardly even speaks up. I'm very anxious to hear what she tells him, even though I won't get the whole true story. I never do. That's why I go through his phone and messages. I find out so much that way. He doesn't delete anything. Plus, he told me before that he will never hide anything from me because I'll always find out. The truth is exposed in time. You just have to be patient. Right. He's just leaving evidence for you to go and fix his bullshit. Be the bad guy. And meanwhile, you're allowing him to say whatever in these text messages. You're not getting over on him. He's getting over on you. He's using you to take care of his parents, to take care of this relationship. And he's playing both sides. And he's acting like you're sneaking. First of all, if you got to sneak around to get his messages, to get the truth anyway, that's a fucking problem. That's a real problem. And even though you think you're quote unquote sneaking around, you're not. He's leaving those messages for you to find. So then you can step up and be the bitch. It's all a game. He learned from his mommy. He's a son husband. He's her. I hate feeling like a pawn. I hate that my kids are pawns. It's such a worthless feeling when you have these types of people in your life. I personally have no problem going no contact at all. My husband, on the other hand, will find this very difficult because, again, it is his family, and you know how that bullshit goes. My first warning was when we met up again and started dating. When I met his parents and sister's family again, they went on and on telling me that they thought he was bringing the other Deb. Apparently he had dated a girl back in the day that had my first name, but was apparently a stripper, and they just loved her. So yes, here I am, innocently sitting there, not knowing what I'm getting into, and they're going on and on about how much they loved her. My husband, boyfriend at the time, sitting there just taking it, not even knowing what to say, looking at me, smiling the goober smile the whole time. Oh, if I could just turn back the clock sometimes and figure this out sooner. I also didn't know it was going to be this hard to write all this shit down. Reliving it in a sense. You suppress it. You put it in a little box, all tied up nice and tight, and hope that it doesn't open up again. Thank you, and God bless you, Ollie. Sunday update. Oh my God, she's an effing liar. My husband talks to her yesterday afternoon. She reiterated that she was sorry they couldn't be there because they live up north. So my husband said to her, then why didn't we hear from you at all? I'm proud he said it, that at least. She then said she texted us both, called us both, left us both voicemails. He told her we didn't receive any calls or texts. Then she stated her phone had been acting up and that it's always offline and that she hardly receives any texts or pictures from her sisters. Blatant, flat-out liar. My husband and I both have different brand name phones. There would be no way both of us wouldn't get anything from her. Shit, when the hurricane was blowing through right next to us, we had no cell service, but text always worked. You don't have to be online to send calls or texts. She then proceeded to go on and on about her husband's medical appointments. That's the whole effed up story in itself. And that they had fun on their vacation, 3-week vacation, and that they sent our kid a birthday card. A card. I don't like cards. I don't send cards because I think they're ridiculous. They're just ridiculous, and because I think that's just bullshit. Like, oh, I sent a card. Oh, big deal. Hallmark told you what to say. I asked my husband if he believed her, and he actually said no. He said the whole time they were talking, he was waiting for her to say, "Is Deb home now? So can I speak to kid's name?" He said she never asked. As nice as possible, I had to say, of course not. Why would she? It doesn't benefit her in any way. She would have to carry on the conversation the whole time because he's 5. She can't do that because it's not all about her, and that's not what she and that's what she wants. He actually agreed. I asked, and there was no advice that she needed from him, nor any opinions. I'm guessing that it was something she had to say to get him to call her faster. I explained to my husband, as nice as I could, that we are just pawns for her, that she only needs us when she needs something. Other than that, we don't matter. That it sucks because a mom and grandmother shouldn't be that way. He agreed. Then it hit me like a brick wall. I actually loudly yelled, "Wait a second." Then I explained, why would she text me and call you the day after the birthday stating that she didn't forget, but she supposedly sent us text calls and voicemails on the birthday that didn't go through? I was just shaking my head. Then he got it. The light bulb went on. He was silent. Right. Why are you sending texts after you said I didn't forget? Which means you didn't acknowledge it. So right there, her whole thing with, I called and texted, it didn't go through. Then what do you mean? I thought you called and texted, so why would I think you forgot? I just said, wow, just wow, as I'm smiling, a big grin, shaking my head. I said, she's a snake. I couldn't even think of something that evil if I tried. He was visually upset and gave me the biggest hug and thanked me for loving him so much. So that's it for this episode of my effed up in-laws. I'm just so glad he doesn't want to tell them about the pregnancy. Maybe this situation was his breaking point that I've been waiting for years. As for me, I'm basically never going to speak to her or them again. I don't care anymore. I'm done. I'm way beyond hurt. I don't need this to affect my health. I'm returning the piece of jewelry because she can go F herself. And if we're ever invited up north to visit, fuck that shit. If he wants to go into that living nightmare, fine. I will discourage immensely. But I'm not subjecting my kids or myself to that torture. Thank you, Ollie, for everything you do. God bless you. And you're right. And maybe he's finally seeing the light that he can't win this game. He can't win this game. So I'm glad that at least he stood up to her. Okay, my only fear is he going to call her when you're not knowing it, say some more bullshit that you're going to find in text messages. You understand? Later that. So you got to have to make sure that if he's putting his big boy pants on, that he's keeping them on. Okay? Because you don't want to be the bitch for them. You don't want to be the son's husband's bitch for them. You understand? Oh, well, she's just a bitch. She's just a bitch. And that's it. And that way he walks away scot-free. So be very, very careful of that. So thank you again for the contribution. Thank you for your story. I hope it helps. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comments section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook live chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported and growing, because this channel is funded 100% by contributions from all of you. This channel survives 100% by you. So if you like what you see here, you know what to do with the PayPal and email link in the description box. Please like and share this video as well wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been The Narcissistic Resistance. Take care of it.